welcome back to the JKA Massey instructor course. So today we're going to carry on where we left off the other day with the general or basic terms. As I said before, these are just some of the terms. The manual contains far more terms, but these are the ones I think that might be useful to explain in more detail. So we're going to continue now. We took up last time some of the basic ones and the kata, and so today we'll take a look at KIHON. Now ki from KIHON. So the ki means, this word here means fundamental. So we can put that down like that. And the hon part, many different meanings for this one, but as it applies to this would be origin. So when we say KIHON, we are talking about the fundamental and the original principles underlying all of our karate training. If our KIHON is no good, then of course the kumite and the kata will also suffer. So the idea of this is the origin, the fundamental principles underlying all of our karate practice. That's KIHON. Now, going on from there, oops, sorry, that one up. So our next command, when we do a kata or when we're preparing for anything, we say yoi. And again, as we saw in the previous one, yoi means idea or thought, and yo in this case means to use or to utilize maybe. And this one would be the mind, or use your mind, thinking, or the idea. So in other words, before we do anything in karate, we should use our mind to prepare ourselves for what we're going to do. So the concept of yoi means preparation, or prepare, and get ready. So maybe that's also, put that up on the board as well. So yoi really means that we are now at attention, we've got some power in our body, and we are also completely ready in our mind to begin the training, whatever the training may be. So this is yoi. We are prepared, we are ready. Now, moving on from there, next command after we are ready is hajime. So in hajime we've got to begin. So hajime comes from hajimeru. This is the verb, and that means to begin. So by giving the command hajime, we are expecting the student to move, or if we're doing the command from ourselves, to get going and perform whatever kata or movement we are expected to be doing. So this is hajime. Now, next, once we've moved and we've done whatever we'll be doing, or if we're in a competition and the instructor steps in, or the judge, and says yame, this comes from the word yameru, and this verb means to stop. So when you hear the command, especially in competition, yame, then you should immediately stop whatever you're doing and not continue any further attack. In a normal lesson in the dojo, sensei says yame, okay, that's the finish of that particular action. So this is stop. Next one we have here is when we do a kata and we come back from the kata and we've done our final movement, so let's say it's coming from Ihi and Shodan, we come to here and we come back to our yoi position. So this one would be called naoru. Usually when we say it in the dojo at the end of a kata, we say naore. But the command basically is naoru, or the verb I should say is naoru, and actually this means to recover. It can also mean if a person's been sick, then somebody says, oh no, they want him to recover or to get well. This is another meaning for this word. But the general meaning would be to also, you can fix something up or even repair something. So the idea is when you've done a kata, you're repairing your condition, bringing it back to whole after you're exerting yourself in a kata. So this is naore. Now going on from there, another command that you've probably heard many times in the dojo when the Japanese instructors are shouting out gore, or maybe gore nashi. So gore first of all. So gore means to call out. Actually, this possibly is usually to a larger number of people. So when you've got a bunch of people training and then you say gore, that means that you want those students to do that kata or movement or whatever it is you're explaining to your order or to your command, we could say. So the second part, le, here, could be a command or an order. So someone is going to call out and say, okay, to my count, this is what it means, we're going to do this kata. Ich, then somebody does first movement. Ni, second movement. San, third movement. Now if you say gore nash, nashi means not, or do not do, or don't need. So when you say gore nash for a kata, this means please do this kata in your own count, in your own time, in your own rhythm, rather than the instructor calling out each by number. So this is gore nash. Now the next one, in the dojo, we have the word saigo. You might have again used this one yourself many times. And saigo means really to the final time. Sai, this one here, means like the utmost, or could say extreme. And go just means last. So I think the impression you get from this is that perhaps you've been doing some heavy training, some repetitive training. Maybe you've been doing, I don't know, let's say maigeris, and each person in the class is calling out 10 maigeris, and there's 15 people in the class. Okay, so now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, we do 10, then 20, 30, 40, 50, and so forth, and you finally get to the last person. Saigo! That means that you are now at the end, the last 10 will be the last effort you need to make. So this is calling out saigo. It could be any reason, that's just an example. Okay. So this is that one. Now the next one, well, ki, you know, I think already for this one, we pointed this one out before. And ki o tsukeru, kiotsukeru. Basically this one means, well, actually often we say kiotsukete, but the verb is tsukeru, that's this one. Kiosukeru means a number of different things. At the beginning of a training session, or when you're going to begin or start something, you can say kiotsuke, and then that basically means pay attention, get ready, we are going to get moving. Please take care to do this correctly, or put the attention into it. So this is the idea: pay attention, be careful, take care. That's the idea of kyoto. Right. Now, we come on to the actions, like the basic KIHON actions. So we're still, sorry, should have left the KIHON up there actually, but never mind. So the KIHON actions, first action is when we're doing something, this is called shomen. Now, we've already explained this one before with this kanji. Shomen ni rei means face the front. If we're talking about it from the point of view of the body, then we can say that the body should also be facing the front. So we have a stance, let's say we're doing gyakuzuki, our hips will be facing the front, so they'll be flat with regard to the front of the dojo. So this one, sho, means correct, and men equals surface. So if you like, this flat hips, if you like, is showing me correct surface towards the front of the dojo. Now the second one, I'll just leave that one up there I think, just for a moment, and put this one here. So this one is hanmi, okay, another term, very familiar. So han means half, and mi is body. So when we're talking about hanmi, we've got shomen equals the correct stance facing the front, and hanmi will be just moving the body so that it's kind of half facing to give less of an attacking angle for a person who's coming in at you, so less target basically. So hanmi, half body, the difference between the two movements. Okay, so take that one out, and that one. Now just moving on, we're talking about body movements now, shomen, hanmi and so forth. So the next one we've got here is tachi. Tachi basically means to have a good position, a stance, let's say. And sometimes when we use the word tachi with another word in front of it, like zenkutsu, then you make the T, as I said before, sometimes the Japanese change the words, so this just becomes dachi. But it's the same meaning. Tachi, dachi is the same. This kanji equals standing, or position, or stance. Taking up from there, actually, just leave that one up there again for a moment. So we have two other concepts here. The first one is zen, and the second one is ko. And these both come from this term. Just need another sticker there. And this is kutsu. Actually, as it's drawn here, it's kusuru. Kusuru. So let's just put that down. So kusuru means to bend. So when we have zenkutsu, right, zenkutsu, we are basically saying that zen means front or forward. And obviously, as you already know, ko means back. So zenkutsu just means that you're moving your knee forward, and this movement means zenkutsu. I'll just go back a little bit so you can see. So this is zenkutsu, bending front knee. When we go kokutsu, we're bending the back knee. Okay, so kokutsu just means bend backwards, zenkutsu just means bend forward. When we put that with dachi, we have zenkutsu dachi, kokutsu dachi, and so forth. Okay, so that's the 3 meanings there for zenkutsu. I know it's probably a word you've used many times, and no doubt you'll be able to teach your students that one. And the last one, this is just a basic thing about KIHON, but obviously one of the KIHON things we have is the gi. Normally in English we just say gi. In Japan they normally say dogi. So do is the same as we've already said, karate do. So this means, let's call it the way. And gi just actually means to wear, or something you wear. Like you could have mizugi, something you wear for your swimming costume. Dogi is something you wear when you're practicing the do, the way, karate do-gi. So this is just the uniform, if you like, or the clothing that you wear when you're doing your way. So do-gi. Okay, so leave that one up. So that's all we're going to do for this one, and see you next time. Us!